All right, let's talk about order of operations. I know in Math 6 you guys went over order of operations. We're going to go over it again. These problems may not look exactly like the ones that you've already seen, but we're going to start with the basics first. Order of operations. A lot of you know it as PEMDAS. Now, the P meaning parentheses first. Okay? You always do what's in parentheses first. Second thing we're going to look for is exponents. Now, I know it's PEMDAS, but what you do need to know is multiplication and division are interchangeable depending on which comes first from left to right. So we've got multiplication, and division. Okay? So again, you do which comes first. Do whichever comes first from left to right. And then we end with addition and subtraction. And these are grouped up together the same way. These are also done depending on which comes first from left to right. Okay? So make sure that you know your order of operations. Parentheses first, followed by exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. And remember that multiplication and division are interchangeable depending on which one comes first from left to right. Okay, so it doesn't have to go multiplication then division. If division comes first in my equation from left to right, I do the division first. Same thing with addition and subtraction. These two are interchangeable. Okay, so knowing that, let's try this. I'm going to write PEMDAS up here. And I am going to group addition and subtraction, and I'm going to group multiplication division so that you remember that those are interchangeable. Now, if I give you a problem like this, actually, yeah, let's put this square here just for fun. Let's make this 5 squared. So, according to PEMDAS, the first thing we're going to do is look for any parentheses. Well, there's parentheses right here. Okay, that means that we should do what's in parentheses first. I've got 6 minus 7. According to that, 6 minus 7 we know is -1. So I'm going to rewrite my problem as 5 squared plus -1. I don't need to have it in parentheses because I did what was in parentheses, times 8 divided by 4 times 2. Now, are there any more parentheses? No. So this is done with. I'm done with parentheses. Now I'm going to look for exponents. Okay, now I'm going to look for exponents. Well, there's an exponent here in 5 squared. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. 5 squared is 25. And I'm going to rewrite the rest of my problem. Plus -1 times 8 divided by 4 times 2. Are there any more exponents? No. Done deal. I'm going to move into multiplication and or division. So now I'm here, okay? Now I'm here. Is there any multiplication and or division in this problem? Yes. There is multiplication here, there's division here, and there's more multiplication here. Well, what does that mean? What did we say that we need to do? We do multiplication or division depending on which one comes first. Well, if I split this up correctly, I'm going to do this multiplication first because this is the leftmost multiplication or division. So if I do that, I'm going to rewrite this again. 25 plus -1 times 8 is -8. I bring down the divided by 4 times 2. Now, going back to this, is there still more multiplication or division? Yes. Division, multiplication. Well, what am I going to do first according to PEMDAS? Well, now I have to do the division because the division comes before this secondary multiplication from left to right. If I'm reading this problem from left to right, here's addition. That has to wait. Then I have division and multiplication. Since the division comes first from left to right, that's what we're going to work on. So now I've got 25 plus -8 divided by 4. Negative divided by positive is a negative. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. So -8 divided by 4 is -2. And I'm going to bring down the times 2. Is there any more multiplication division left? Yes. Right here. So now I do this. Keep my 25 plus -2 times +2 gives me -4. Do I have any more multiplication or division left? I do not. It is donezo. Now I have to look at addition and or subtraction. Is that in my expression right now? Yes. I have 25 plus -4. So now I'm going to do my addition because that's all that's left. 25 plus -4 is going to give me, come on. That's okay. Since my stylus isn't working over there, I'm just going to say it over here. Equals 25 plus -4 gives me positive 21. So the answer to all this is 21. Now, on a test, when you're required to show work, I would need to see all of these steps, okay? I would need to see all of these steps from the beginning all the way to the end, and then you getting your magnificent answer, okay? I need to know what you did, because very easily, you might have done 6 minus 7, and I cannot tell you how many times I've seen this and put the -1 here, but as you rewrote the problem in your next step over here, you might have forgotten to bring down the negative, okay? Be careful. I have seen this happen so many times, okay? Doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing, it just means that you're not as careful, okay? So I don't want to have to take off points just because you forgot to put a negative symbol there. So be aware of what you're doing. Let's look for one more problem.